So the primer's dry on the bulkhead, and then I went round everything with seam sealer, sealed all the seams up, because Land Rover in their infinite wisdom don't seem to put anything on whatsoever. It looks a bit of a mess, but believe me, when it's all tidied up and painted, it'll look okay. Most of the time you don't see very little of this, but it really is important to get as much of it sealed up, all the seams, because moisture gets in between the gaps, and especially up here. Water seems to pocket up here, and by capillary action goes underneath and pulls water in. Also, you do the same on the inside, make it as nice and watertight as you can. That's one of the ideas. And the stuff we use is this stuff. This comes from Napa Body Pro Automotive Joint Sealer. It's quite good. It dries quickly if it's thin. If it's a bit thick, like it is here, I went a bit overboard there, a few hours and it'll solid off. So it's best to put 2 or 3 light coats on. But if you put light coats on, believe me, it dries quick. So that's just a little bit of word of warning. And now to make it look like factory, get a paintbrush, cut the bristles down, get an old one because you're going to throw these away, get these from the dollar shop, cut the bristles down and just put a smear on and whoosh, and it looks really nice. It looks really nice, especially when you get paint on. For this job I'm not too bothered what it looks like potentially, because the next stage is to put some rocker guard on it, what they call rocker guard, panel guard. And this is a product here. It's called Paintable Rocker Panel Protector, and it's like a plastic coating but it's textured. Now what that means is that when you got this stuff on, we spray it very lightly on the thin stuff, but stone chips bounce off, if you see what I mean. It doesn't crack the paint, it's got like a flexible covering underneath it. And rocker panel sills, in other words, they when you paint over the top of it, it looks nice and it won't chip the paint, because paints today are quite hard, so you've got a little bit of flex in it. Just make sure it says paintable, because there is this type of stuff that's like asphalt based, tar based, and you can't paint over that. Believe me, I've done that before. I picked up the wrong can, sprayed it on, thought, oh that's great, and it looks dry, and then when you put your top coat on, it cracks, and it'll never dry underneath. So just be careful of that. So that's the stuff you need. You can buy this in a spray aerosol. You know, you can spray it on like a can. But these are cheaper because I've got the pistol to go into it, and we'll just spray it on in light coats, let it dry, and then she's ready for paint. So that would be good if I can get this all painted up. Then what I can do, while it's on my little stand here, I can then build it up. And I got this. This is this is the original heater duct. It's a bit shabby. I think I've got another one, but this is right-hand drive, and I'll show you how to convert it to left-hand drive pretty cheaply. Well, there we go. So that's the next part, is to put some of this rocker guard on once that's dry. So this is a little video of the textured finish once it's on, and it was a bit patchy. It could do with another coat, but I was running out. But it's got a finish on it now that's really durable and hard, and now all the joints have sealed up. You can see it looks quite nice. It's a bit patchy, but then there's paint to go on top. So all the joints are sealed up, everything's sealed up. And look at this, what I found in the hardware shop, absolutely perfect. A duct. I don't know what it's for, but it's plastic, it fits in the hole, and it looks alright. But it's going to stop somebody putting their fingers in there and getting sucked off. Oops. Anyway, so the footwell's all nicely repaired. All I've got to do now is give it a lick of paint. So that's a product to use. You can use it all over your car. You know, it is expensive to use, so you can't use it sort of willy-nilly. But what I do is always do this outside or wear a mask, because it's xylene or toluene or something like that, and it's very, very strong fumes coming off it. Not good. But the effect is good, and like I say, once we whack a bit of paint on this, it'll be completely different. But it's anything to stop moisture getting into these joints. Anything to do with that, and that'll be fine. So there's a footwell repaired. Just a bit of paint. I knocked the dent out. Just got a bit of metallic filler over the top there. I need to play around with that today. And hopefully we get some paint on by the weekend, because the heating's on now. And yeah, it's nice and warm in here now, so don't have to worry too much about waiting for nice days.